I learned I was adopted the way most people learn things that change them forever, by accident, and too late the right questions. I was 13. My adoptive mother was sorting old documents for a bank visit, muttering to herself when I saw my name on a file that didn't match hers. Different last name, different hospital. She froze when she noticed me reading. Then she sat down slow, like someone preparing for bad weather. She told me the truth without drama. No tears, no speeches, just facts. I was given up as a newborn, healthy, no complications. They didn't want a boy, she said almost apologetically, as if she were the one at fault. The years later, when I finally tracked down my biological parents, the truth became sharper and uglier. My mother said it plainly, without lowering her voice. I wanted a daughter. When they told me you were a boy, I felt cheated. She looked at me like a stranger who had overstayed his welcome. Then came the sentence that settled somewhere permanent in my chest. I wish you died as a baby. It would have been easier. There was no fight after that. No screaming. Just a quiet, irreversible collapse of something I didn't even know I was still hoping for. I walked away, and I stayed gone. My adoptive parents were kind, in the practical sense. They fed me, clothed me, showed up. But kindness doesn't erase a question once it's been planted. I grew up with a low, steady belief that I was replaceable. Useful, maybe. Loved conditionally. It made me careful, observant, easy to underestimate. School teachers described me as steady, not gifted, not a problem. Employers said the same. I learned early how to let people assume I would never be more than what they saw at first glance. The business came later, almost quietly. A logistics service, unremarkable, scalable, boring to explain. I didn't chase passion. I chased reliability. I built it slowly, methodically, with an almost obsessive attention to contracts and contingencies. I didn't need it to impress anyone. I needed it to last. By the time I was 32, it did. The office wasn't flashy, clean, efficient. Glass walls, neutral colors. The kind of place where authority didn't raise its voice. It didn't need to. I was reviewing invoices when the receptionist called. There are 2 people here asking for you by name. They say it's family. I knew before she finished the sentence. They walked in together, older than I remembered. My father's shoulders slumped inward, as if he'd been shrinking for years. My mother still held herself rigid, chin lifted, eyes scanning the room with visible calculation. No warmth, no recognition. Just assessment. They didn't apologize. They didn't ask how I was. They sat down and explained the situation. My niece, their granddaughter, had gotten into a good college. Scholarships covered part of it. Not enough. They had heard through extended family that I did well, that I owned something. My mother used the word successful like it was a resource she could draw from. I listened. I noticed how gently she said the girl's name, how careful she was with her tone. I noticed how my father avoided my eyes completely. At one point, my mother reached for my hand. I moved mine back to the table. I'm not here to punish you, she said, as if anticipating an accusation. But family helps family. The word family landed wrong, heavy, inaccurate. I didn't respond right away. Silence has weight when you don't rush to fill it. They shifted. My father cleared his throat. My mother's voice sharpened slightly, impatience creeping in. That's when my legal counsel knocked and entered, holding a folder. She paused, read the room instantly, then addressed me, not them. Why need your signature to finalize the charitable allocations you approved? She said. Then, professionally, to my parents. I'm sorry. Are you clients? They weren't. The shift was subtle but complete. The room rearranged itself around that single clarification. My mother straightened, suddenly aware she was not speaking from a position of leverage. My father's face tightened, not with anger, but with something closer to recognition. I told him no, not angrily, not with speeches. I explained that my finances were structured, my obligations defined, that I contributed through formal channels, not personal appeals, that I wished their granddaughter well, but I would not be involved. My mother tried one last time, not with guilt, with dismissal. You wouldn't even be here without us, she said. I met her eyes for the first time since they arrived. You're right, I said. I wouldn't. They left shortly after. No scene, no tears. Just a door closing with appropriate finality. That night, I didn't feel victorious. I didn't feel satisfied. I felt calm and strangely sad, not for them. For the boy who once believed he had to earn the right to exist. Success didn't undo what they said to me. It didn't soften the memory, but it did something quieter, more important. It ensured I would never again be asked to prove my worth to the people who decided I had none. And that, I've learned, is its own kind of dignity.